Alrighty, y'all. Hello and welcome back to another emergency vehicle video. We're going to be taking a look at a more in-depth look, kind of learning about the police cars, or should I say the GARDA cars. These, of course, are, emergency vehicles from GARDA, which is Ireland, I believe, the Irish police, essentially. And we'll be looking at, like I said, various clips. These will all be linked down below if you want to check out these things in their entirety. And, of course, browse the channels they come from. And this was suggested recently by CO4 King on Discord. So I really do appreciate that. I've only taken a look at a police parade, I believe, quite long ago from Ireland. So this will all be pretty fresh. I love looking at emergency vehicles from different countries, seeing the differences, what cars they use, the lighting packages, the sirens, the way they kind of respond, everything. I think it's fun. It's also a great way to see the surroundings. So yeah, let's kick back and learn about some GARDA cars. Here we go.
Hello and welcome to the video. Today we're going to take a look at the cars and vehicles used by An Garda Síochána, the Irish police. Let's go.
The majority of regular patrol cars in the Gardaí are made up of Hyundais, specifically i30s and i40s.
Okay, I think I remember seeing these in a parade video. So these are kind of like your just, I guess, most common standard police car. A Hyundai i30, he said. I wonder if this is called something else in the U.S. I feel like, we have a lot of Hyundais here, but I feel like there are a lot of sedans. For some reason, not a lot of hatchbacks here.
The Hyundai i40 is by far and away the most common Garda car on the road in 2020.
Ford
Whoa, what is this?
were the most popular car make used by the Gardaí, but that has since changed as the current contract seems to be with Hyundai, as the majority of Garda patrol cars in 2020 are Hyundais.
Fun fact, I of course know Ford, being an American, but I didn't recognize any of those Fords at all, actually. Like, what is this? Yeah, we don't have any of these Ford models. I apologize about the phone. And before we even continue, I remember pointing this out before, specifically pretty much like the UK countries and Ireland as well. I feel like I really like these cars a lot just because the way they're outfitted, right, with all the colors, the super bright highlighter colors, and then, like the blue and whites mixed in, combined with, I believe these are usually blue lighting package. I think these look really sharp. Right, American police cars I think are also like cool, but in a different way. They're kind of like intimidating. They're usually really dark colored. They're usually a lot of grays and blacks now. Of course, you see the white and black, like classic Oreo cars they call them. You still see that sometimes, but a lot of the cars they go towards darker schemes, and they look cool, but they're definitely not bright, which is actually kind of funny because I feel like these make sense. Are they undercover? Hell no, right? But that's not the point. They're bright and colorful so you can see them. These stand out from the average car. So when you see this, this is a police car. And I think that's definitely effective, right? That these are able to be seen, especially when they're responding. They got the lights flashing. They got this bright highlighter car going at a high rate of speed. People know to stay out of the way. I feel like it's a little easier. So even compared to some other European countries, I feel like these are actually really cool.
20 are Hyundais. The Roads Policing Unit, or RPU, was formerly called the Traffic Corps. They have some decent cars alongside the regular Hyundais. In a few parts of the country, the RPU gets high-powered BMW 5 Series estates that would keep up with most.
Ooh, I like the, I think are those still called Ford Rangers? I imagine so. I like the Ford Ranger trucks. That's hella cool. And yeah, even the motorcycles. Maybe they're BMW motorcycles too? Not sure. But the BMW, especially this one, right? Look at that. It's a wagon, what we would call here. I don't know if those are called like estate cars or combis, depending on where you are in Europe. But yeah, these are hella cool, right?
High-powered BMW 5 Series estates that would keep up with most cars on the road. A regular sight at checkpoints are these Ford Rangers.
Whoa.
The RPU also uses Hyundai Tucsons.
Oh yeah, we have that
Opel
car.
Insignias.
Not as a police car. We just have the regular Hyundai Tucson.
And the Opel Insignias.
Oh, Opel Insignia. Cool. Okay. So a wide variety.
The majority of unmarked Garda cars are made up of Hyundai i40s in both saloon and estate form.
I don't think we
About
have
10
this. We
years
don't
ago,
have any Hyundai wagons here.
Ford had the contract for GARDA cars, and it was generally quite easy to spot an undercover GARDA. They usually had these lights on the front bumper.
See? Okay. This is cool getting a little behind the scenes video about the history, because this is more like the US situation. So I was going to ask, and he just said it. I was going to ask, do you guys have contracts with the manufacturers and the police departments? And it didn't look like it at first because there was such a variety. But obviously there is some sort of contracts to some extent. Like he mentioned, Ford used to have the contract. And I was going to say, the thing is, as a citizen, it's kind of fun because you know what to expect, right? The police cars are all going to be very similar. And even if they're not all bright and highlighter colored when they're undercover or unmarked units, you can still tell this from a regular whatever this Ford car is, because they're usually going to have like more antennas on the police version. They might have a different license plate. I'm not sure. That depends on where you're at. And of course, like he said, they're going to have these random little markers or lights. There's things you can look for, right? Where it might look like a regular car from far away, but there's going to be some indicators that this is actually a police car in disguise, right? That's how it is here. You're not going to see a huge variety of police cars in the U.S. They're all Ford Explorers, Dodge Chargers, and like Chevy Tahoes, right? Because there's contracts, and so those manufacturers make huge fleet cars that are all sold to the departments, and then they slap their colors on their logo and outfit them with whatever else when it comes to lights and stuff, and that's it, right?
Like this unmarked Mondeo. In modern unmarked GARDA cars,
it's
it
a
is
Mondeo,
much more
okay.
difficult to spot them, and with so many Hyundais on Irish roads, they really do blend in well with Irish traffic.
So I know I say Hyundai weird, by the way. I feel like everyone from every country says it different, so you could roast me if you want. But those Hyundais, I feel like, would blend in more because, like he said, I feel like that's probably a common car, and they might be a little more subtle than the Ford was.
The drug squads and detectives have a much
that could be
greater
sneaky
mix of models. In many cases, you would never even guess to be a GARDA car. Old Toyotas and older Fords are still in use in 2020 because you would never think a 14-year-old Focus is a Guard. The Gardaí also have some high-performance cars in their fleet, like this Golf R.
Whoa!
This was seized from criminals. And
okay, this is hella cool. I love the lighting package. Look at the lights right by the plate. They almost are like ambient, like from underneath. The ones hidden in the grill, of course, in the windshield. This is a cool car.
Turned into an unmarked GARDA car.
Wow. A Golf R, not even a GTI. No. We're going above that. We're going a full-on R.
The Armed Response Unit, without doubt, have the best and most powerful cars of all the GARDA fleet. But in fairness, they do need them in order to keep up with criminals who are also using high-powered vehicles. In the past, the armed Gardaí were usually seen in Volvos.
That's
but
cool.
in 2020, they are usually found driving high-powered German SUVs in the form of Audi Q7s and BMW X5s.
That's cool. Big variety then.
The Gardaí also...
Yeah, we even have the Eurovans now. As a lot of ambulances and even, the police departments will have this for transport reasons or whatever. We literally use exactly these, which is kind of interesting and fun that we never used to have these, but only in the last 10 years or so, the U.S. has totally accepted and kind of gone in high numbers with now these Eurovans, like these Fords.
Of different types of vans in the fleet, including the Ford Transit.
Yeah, Ford Transit.
The smaller Ford Transit Connect.
We even have that too. Yep.
The Peugeot Expert, which is used by the public order unit. And those are the cars and vehicles used by An Garda Síochána. If you enjoyed it,
that's pretty cool. That's a cool fleet. But there's more, so let's take a look. All right, now this is a newer video. You'll notice he was saying 2020 in that video, so I believe that was obviously a few years old. This is from this year, from the actual GARDA social media. And right away, before they even show their fleet, this is a Skota. How cool is that? Love to see those. I, for some reason, really like those, and we do not have these in the U.S., and this is, of course, a Czech manufacturer. I think they're hella interesting. So that's cool. I feel like those are good police cars kind of all throughout Europe to an extent. Gotta say, these look hella sharp as well. A little bit updated scheme. They still have the highlighter you know, I guess highlighted green or yellow, whatever you'd call that. And then, of course, the blue, less white, almost exclusively blue and highlighter. And then we have like a yellow or golden color. Interesting. I kind of like these. These look sharp, dude. Wow. They're all wagon models, which is totally smart. I get it. I freaking love it too. I think those are cooler anyway than the sedans. Damn, those look really good. Awesome, you know, totally modern light bar. I love the lighting package and the grill again. They even have little markers over there by the wheels. Oh, I wonder what this is. Is this where maybe these are regions or neighborhoods or something where these are stationed? I'm not sure. Actually, I didn't even notice that this probably matches whatever's on the roof here, huh? There's a cool building behind them as well. Yeah, that's a sharp fleet. I love the Skodas. Damn, those look good. These look really good. This is a good-looking police car. Alrighty, and then we're going to end with a few clips of some of these vehicles in action, responding. These are from a channel called Irish Emergency Responding. This will be linked down below as well. Make sure to check out this whole video and check them out. They look like an up-and-coming channel, and that's awesome. So I love shouting out small channels. Definitely give them a look. Here we go. There. And there we go. There is the GARDA. Oh, I didn't see their striped on the back. That's awesome. Cool buses. Look at this. We have a Scania fire truck. Hell yes. Love it. Still some of the coolest fire trucks I've ever seen. Can't go wrong with the Scania. Dublin Fire Brigade. Very cool. Toyota Prius seems to be the most popular taxi. They've kind of taken over taxis here in the U.S. as well. They used to be Crown Victorias. I like this green plate. I could have sworn most of these in Ireland I saw were like EU plates, right? Like kind of like the one behind me there. That's an Austria plate. That's weird. A green one. I don't know what it means, but it's kind of cool. Got that green there. Bright yellow and orange ambulance. They had a cool siren. I actually like the siren on those. These are in the cool siren category, right? Now, I know at the end of the day, sirens are sirens. They're supposed to be effective, right? They're not made to think they're cool. I know that. But remember, out of all the, you know, funky sirens I've heard throughout Europe, some of them are on the more annoying side or on the kind of weird side. These sound great. They're kind of more similar to like sirens you can hear here in the U.S. I also spy these bright orange guys, Just Eat. That must be like Uber Eats we have here, or DoorDash. They're your big like food delivery service. I used to work that briefly for both of those companies. Yeah, we don't have Just Eat, so that's interesting. Little details. I'm a nerd. I know it's little details like that. Also, this open air bus is very interesting to me. Like, what's the story with that? That's pretty cool. There is yeah. Now, if those lights weren't flashing, dude, even me as like someone who's good at picking out police cars, you would never know that's a police car. That is sneaky. You got to watch out driving. And in Ireland, I mean, you got to watch out driving anywhere. But I'm just saying, if you want to do some crazy stuff, you better watch out because these guys might be right next to you. You'll never know. A plain Jane silver Hyundai, you would never know it's a police car. That's extremely sneaky. Much more sneaky than ours. Ours are still pretty easy to see if they're undercover. Love that Mercedes fire truck as well. That's a big one. Hell yeah, very nice. I always love it. Look how many people walking. I always say it. I'll keep saying it. It's so cool and refreshing to see. You don't see that many people walking here. That's just not how it works in the U.S. I mean, it's too spread out. That one was cool. All yellow. Oh, it's an. I was gonna say it was like the ambulance. Well, it says ambulance on it. That's one of those like ambulance support vehicles or something, right? It's a cool tram. Who makes this van? It doesn't even have a logo. Kind of looks like a Fiat product, right? Because we have Fiat vans in the U.S., but they're rebadged as Rams, like Ram trucks. Kind of weird. I don't know why they rebadge stuff here so much. It's very odd. Another Scania fire truck. Love the all blue light bar. Damn, he's having to get through some tight spaces. Hey, you know what? Traffic did pretty good there. They were straight up blocked, and I feel like that was really bad, and they got out of the way pretty quick. Because especially when you're near an intersection, right? That's pretty scary. I feel like everyone behaved pretty well there. At least compared to the U.S. It's always a shout out to all the emergency responders out there. You know, anyone driving a big truck like that. Of course, it's awesome. It's an awesome truck. I know it's probably fun, you know, when it's not an emergency to drive it. But, man, when it's crunch time like that, driving that truck on these smaller roads with all the traffic, it's got to be, well, let's just put it this way. It's not an easy task. So, yeah, shout out to them for always saving lives and getting the job done. It's definitely not an easy job. There's another Hyundai Tucson, I guess. I think that's what that is. Again, totally undercover. Would never know. Absolutely would never know that was a police car. And let's take a look at when they leave the station. There's a Volvo truck. Ooh, this thing sounds good. What a beast. Wow. It's a nice truck. Dublin Fire Brigade van. Yeah, I love the bright reflection colors they use on these, man. And look at that. There's a KFC. That's hilarious. And there's a Circle K. I'm always shocked to see that. Circle K is like my favorite local, you know, fuel station around us. These are, you know, very popular in like the Midwest and then, of course, the Western U.S. That's funny. I did not even know until recently that they were in Europe as well. Well, that's a quick look at some Irish GARDA vehicles, fire trucks, and more. I think that was actually really awesome. That was kind of a good combination of videos there. All of those, we didn't see nearly all of the footage at all. So please use the links down there. Watch the full videos if you would like, and check out their channels. That was a good collection. So thank you for that suggestion on Discord. I do appreciate it. That was fun. Got to tell me any factoids, experiences, that kind of stuff down below. And, of course, any other emergency vehicle type stuff, you know, suggestions, please keep them coming. I do appreciate that. It's going to be it for this one. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all, stay safe out there. I'll catch you later.